All right, back at halftime at Newcastle. Highlands trailing at 28-14. Dean with some stats for us.
Yeah, Mike, one stands out to me. I'm going to go right to it. Third down conversions, Newcastle 3 of 5, Highlands 0 for 4. That kind of says it all. First downs were even 9 apiece. Rushing yards, Newcastle 151, Highlands 106. Passing the one big pass, Newcastle 48 yards, Highlands 45. Total yards 199, Newcastle 151 for Highlands. Can't tell by the score on the board though, 28-14. Penalties big, 7 for 60 for Newcastle, 4 for 25 for Highlands. Other big stat that stands out, Mike, turnovers, Highlands 3, Newcastle 1. Time possession, Newcastle 13-29, 10-31 for Highlands. How many of those turnovers got converted for scores, Mike?
Well, the first two did for sure. And then the third one, they missed a field goal. So that took care of that. 28-14. Of course, the Kimbrough pick 6 of 40 yards definitely got turned into it. And then the McKnight 43-yard, or the 5-yard run by Thomason to start the game, they had an 18-yard field to get that one. So the Rams trailing it and have issues in this one as they're about to receive the kickoff. I got a note. Joe Lucchino has this out, and my niece Ashley sent it to me. Local business owners, there's a scam going on in a local area for Highlands boys basketball. A gentleman by the name of James is calling, offering T-shirt sponsorship for the 2018-19 season. A very persuasive guy. The only thing that kept me safe was the phone number he called from, which had a 469 area code. This is Joe Lucchino that's writing this. I confirm with Highlands and the boosters that this, in fact, is a scam. Keep an eye out and pass this along so this scumbag doesn't get a dime out of anyone.
There you go.
There you go. Thanks to Joe Lucchino and thanks to my niece Ashley she knew I'd be on the air and she passed that along, and thanks to her.
Gillette in to kick it off.
And it's to the sideline, and it's going to squib and go. It stays in bounds. Picked up by Jason Williams, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 20. That's one of the most effective kickoffs we've had.
There you go.
And I was thinking they may consider an onside kick to start it.
Isaiah Coleman pushed them out. Golden Rams come out in defense, trailing 28-14.
Ball on a 14-yard line. Beaver leading Montour at halftime, 20-13. Again, that game, the winner of that game is in the playoffs. Newcastle needs Beaver to win. Highlands needs Montour to win. Things are looking good for Newcastle right now. They play Ambridge next week, and Montour plays South Fayette. Things are looking real good for Newcastle right now. This is McKnight off the left side, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Seth Cohen holding his hip after he made the play. Two-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8.
Seth has the fumble recovery on the turnover.
93 yards on the ground for Demetrius McKnight. Devin Sams brings the play in from the sideline. Rained pretty good during Newcastle's band's presentation. Now it looks like it stopped again. It's been on and off tonight. Sams in motion, gets it on Jet, comes to the near side of the field, cuts it up. 25 and up to the 28 to 29-yard line. That's a first down.
Hawley and Taylor on a stop.
That was a good play by Sams to get it up in there. Picks up about 13. They've had a couple successful jet sweeps tonight, and that's a first down for the Hurricanes. Again, they need to keep this margin at 10 if they can. 10 or above, you get 10 points for that. And if they do that,
we have a winner for the 50-50 drawing.
That would put them at minus 15, only 3 points behind Knockett. Again, they play Ambridge next week. For that 4th spot. This is Thomason on 1st and 10. Oh, big hole. Threw a crack up over the 40, the 45,
Johnny
50.
fell off the tackle.
45, 40. He was trying to tackle the ball instead of the man.
Look
Finally, he's dragged down at the 20-yard line by Caleb Radishak.
I thought he was going to pull his arm out of his socket, Mike.
That's all he had to grab onto by that point. And it's first down Newcastle, deep in Highlands territory. This drive started at their own 14-yard line.
Big pickup on that play, Mike.
42 yards. No, I'm sorry, 52 yards.
Johnny definitely was tackling the ball that time. And that's part two. Part one is getting the guy on the ground.
103 yards for Thomason. There's another opponent over 100.
How many games in a row? Every game this year?
And McKnight's going to get there.
Is it every game this year?
No, it's not. I think it might have been last week.
South Fayette. There you go. Inside.
And there's the inside toss. That's a pass completed to Payne Prowl.
Johnny Christ at the bottom of the play there.
They're going to mark it at the 17. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Remember, they stalled down here last time and missed a field goal. Prowl's caught them both for 50 yards. 2nd and 8.
Johnny's 6th tackle of the evening.
McKnight over to the sideline to get the call now. The junior quarterback. 6 carries, 76 yards in the game last year at Highlands. The 48-47 double overtime win by the Hurricanes. Thomason straight up the middle.
And with the last of the hookers gone, he becomes the man here.
Darren Hildebrand in there to make the tackle, holding on. He gets it down to the 13.
Along with Haas. Big Jeremiah Nelson in there.
3rd down. 4 to go for Newcastle. Let's see what their decision-making process will be this time, if they go field goal or if they go for the touchdown. Got to stop them on 3rd first, which was an issue. Double reverse. Drew Cox.
Behind Johnny Christ.
Yes, sir. At the 15-yard line.
Johnny says no shenanigans on me. Make it 4th, and they lost a couple on that play, Mike.
Yep, it's 4th and 5.
And the field goal team comes out again.
This is a much more advantageous angle. And again, they need points. They need to win by 10 or more to get those 10-point differential points. So this will be a 32-yarder. Thomason will hold it. He missed, Cartwright did, at the end of the half from 23. This is 32 yards. Wind has pretty much died down. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's plenty long enough, and it is good. So Braden Cartwright kicks it, a 32-yard field goal, and Newcastle extends their lead to 31-14.
Well, Mike, the Golden Rams had to come out and hold them, get the ball back and score. Unfortunately, it did not go their way. Let me talk about Planet Fitness while we're at it here. Heights Plaza in Sharon Heights, your home for a judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a unique setting where everyone, and we mean everyone, is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment for just $10 a month. Open and staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work out in your own schedule. Friendly staff to help you meet your fitness goals. When you accidentally leave your Capital One Visa card behind, Tara calls you and tells you that Dan, the basketball official, turned it in for me. Thank God.
What's not in your wallet?
Honest to God. It's all I would need to do. Anyways, they were great about it. There's a big sign, don't leave valuables in the locker. I'm thinking, who would be that dumb? Well, it was
Ken Wood has a story about dropping something there once. We'll let him tell it next week.
But again, a great up there. Remember, memberships are available for as low as $10 a month. Stop in by Planet Fitness in Heights Plaza today. Do not use my Capital One card. I almost left home without it.
Cartwright will kick it off.
And who says all officials are crooked? Dan turned mine in.
This is Radishak at the 15. Radishak outside, 30. And out of bounds at about the 30. Well, they're going to put him right at the 30. And now, some meeting of the minds over there in front of the Highlands bench, but I think everything's all right.
Down 31-14. The Golden Rams have to score quick, Mike.
Yeah. Hey, guys, get away from that. Jeez. And don't stand in front of the camera. Jeez. First down at the 25.
Like
It's
moths
30.
to a hot lamp.
Jeez.
The roving bands of Newcastle youngsters.
At least their parents know where they are. Here's Cohen. Tries to skip outside to the left and does. 30. They get 2 yards and get out of bounds safely.
Smart idea by Seth that time. Wasn't anything there. He's got 6 rushes for 82 yards tonight. He's our leading rusher. Scored 1 of our 2 touchdowns. 1 by land, 1 by air. The other one to Deshaun Hawley on a tip pass.
2nd and 8. Taylor's the sidecar. Cohen's going to keep it again. Right up the middle this time. First down outside the 40 and gets 10. Stepped out of bounds at the 42. They give him the 41. It's first down. It's a 9-yard pickup.
I'm looking at Chandler in front of us through the lens mic. He's done a great job of keeping the girder out of the way. I don't know how he's doing it, squeezing in there.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Me and you were bobbing around the girder all night here.
Believe me, I've had worse than this. This is fine. Going straight back. Going to fire it down the middle. Diving catch by Gabe Booker at the Newcastle. Now I say incomplete. Are they going to? Nope, they're going to give it to him, I think. No, they're not. He lost it when he went to the turf.
But can the turf cause a fumble?
You got to complete the catch. And he did not, according to the officials. I thought he had it, too, to be honest.
I thought he did, too.
And since you're down, the minute you go down, isn't that enough? So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He caught the ball and went down. Turf can't cause a fumble, so if he caught the ball, then went down and fumbled it, oh, well, those are bigger minds than mine.
Mike Pereira, what do you say?
Bring him in.
We don't have Stabile on the road.
There you go.
Taylor. Head down and a marker down behind the play. Taylor gets about a yard, but let's see what the laundry's about. Payne Prowl makes the stop. Holding call against the Rams. And that one will come back.
That first cold night of the year always seems a little colder, doesn't it, Mike? Our blood hasn't acclimated. So I always like coaching basketball because I control the environment.
If you think this is the first cold night of the year, you didn't take garbage out Wednesday.
No, I'm talking about extended in the cold.
Yeah, sitting in it. Chandler agrees with you. I know that.
I brought him a hot chocolate and nachos, and it was cold chocolate by the time I got up here.
It was chocolate at least.
Half of it was gone too. These walkways here that are not ADA approved.
2nd and 20. George Bush wasn't born when they built this stadium.
Over the middle,
Cohen fires it. It's caught by Loveland. Tries to skip out of there. You know, you can call a face mask if you bring a guy down from the back of the helmet, which that looked like that was, but there's no flag on it. The gain's up to the 43 for 14.
Unfortunately, that gets us to the first marker. .59 yards now for Seth.
It's 3rd and 8. They had just gone to halftime at Beaver when we started the second half here. They started later than us. Cohen sprints, throws it. Loveland has it.
Nice block.
Breaks the tackle. Gets to the 50. I think they got a face mask. They're going to call face mask. And it's going to be
Gabe.
Is that what you see?
Well,
I saw
right where Gabe was.
I saw Loveland's head turn as he was going past the pile.
See, I don't know if they're going to get Gabe for blocking the back or not. It wasn't a block in the back. The guy turned upfield.
It went right to the stick, so we'll see what the call is now. It's a long discussion.
Yeah. But I don't like where the flag is.
Holding. You got it, Dane.
Yeah.
Well, they have to take it because it's a first down. And the penalties continue to hurt. So I don't know why he feels the need to discuss the penalty with every player. It's like,
does he get a completion for 1 yard?
Nah, that's
Just didn't happen.
he gets a completion to where the ball was, where the flag was.
Yes, that
so
was the yard.
to the 46-yard line. It's 3 yards.
3 yards, okay.
There you go.
We have to keep scrupulous notes as we try to narrow it on 4,000 for a career for Seth. Came in needing 167.
Cohen is back, in trouble.
And going down.
And they got him. And down he goes at the 27-yard line.
Payne Prowl, Mike. He's been very active tonight.
So the loss back to the 25 is of 11. It's 4th down. The Rams will have to punt it here. Johnny Christ back to do it. High snap, but Johnny's all 6 everything of them. What is he, 6'8"?
Yes,
6'7"?
6'7".
And this is McKnight. A good kick by Johnny Toot. He gets it back to the 50-yard line.
Loveland brings him down.
So the ball will be at the 50. That's when Newcastle will start. 1st and 10, 5:40 left third quarter. They lead it 31-14.
And again, this Friday night coming up is senior night, our last game of the year. By the way, Mike, there's a nice picture of former Highlands players in a group photo at the W&J Geneva game. And for W&J, we had Logan Kreis, Marcus and Mario Cienko. And for Geneva, it was Ryan Signorella and Lucas Lamer. So 5 of our graduates from last year playing at the next level against each other.
This is McKnight on the keep. And he's dragged down by Cohen at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup into Highlands territory.
Speaking of pictures, Mike, front page news this week was Tina Smith, that's Xavier's mom, and Sarah Millett, that is Brandon Jawkins' mom. They were clad in a brown and gold on the front page of Thursday's paper, and they were deemed super fans.
How about that?
And they're both very dedicated to their kids, and they said all the Highlands players are their kids, and you always get that sense with the parents, you know, they're one for all and all for one.
2nd and 7.
Johnny
jumps outside the rain, coming down now again pretty hard. Be an offside against the Rams.
It's 50 yards now. Averaging 75 yards a game.
Which is too many. Ball at the 42. 4:45 clock winds third quarter, and that's the clock winding on the Highlands playoff hopes, as they are going down here tonight. Of course, it's not just tonight.
Yeah, it's been a tough year.
Now is McKnight out of Wildcat, just direct snap to him. I'm sorry, Thomason, and he goes down to the 40.
Down by Jeremiah
Nelson, Gillette, and Booker on that tackle.
And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, Newcastle.
Mike, I went to see Romello Freeman play Saturday down in Greensburg. I went to Seton Hill's campus. Well, the game was at Offutt Stadium in Greensburg. So I got there with a few minutes gone in the first quarter. Coach Girardi stopped in and joined me, and I got to see some of my old friends that went to Mercyhurst.
And to give, and Brams Gillette has Payne Prowl lined up in the backfield and hits him for a loss. Back at the 42.
McKnight hasn't been playing quarterback this series, Mike.
And we've had Thomason
from the Wildcat. Anyways, 31-7 Mercyhurst, mid-third quarter. Final 34-33 Seton Hill.
Whoa.
Long ride back to Erie.
That's for sure.
And the best part, Romello's name was in the paper this week for catching a 3-yard pass. I'm like, I watched the whole game. I watched Romello. I didn't see him. I said, when did you sneak in? Guess what?
Before you got there?
No, he said it wasn't me. They made a mistake.
That's even better.
At least he admitted it. Here comes the house, Mike.
And Thomason looked like he wanted to throw it. Now they hit him and get him down at the 39. Again, Gillette was down there, and so was
Timmons.
Danny Timmons.
10 tackles tonight for Noah Gillette, 2 sacks. He's been our defensive leader all year, Mike, and I'm going to scurry to the record books for some senior night fun facts.
Okie dokie.
Oh, wait.
3rd and 10.
That's my job this week, and bury myself in records. Here they come
they have a
again.
bad snap. It's on the ground.
Who's got
And
it?
Highlands has it. Johnny Christ. No, it's Daniel Timmons. The snap, we had that happen to us at Noctine. The snap hit the guard in the ankle, and it rolled dead, and Highlands fell on it. Gillette and Timmons were both there. Timmons came up with it.
All right, let's see if we can turn the tie with that, Mike.
That's the second turnover for Newcastle.
2:24 to go, and again, trailing here by 17. The worst news is we really got to get it up over 23.
One thing at a time, huh?
Yeah. Trips to the left.
Cohen takes his time and fires it to the near side
Wide
of the field.
open.
Oh, Booker
Great
juggles
punch
it.
there.
Did he catch it? He did.
That time he did.
At the 44.
Wasn't giving that one up, Mike.
13 yards. First down, Highlands.
75 now for Cohen through the air. 10 completions for 75 yards. That's well below Seth's average. The average about 20 yards a play. Only 7.5 tonight.
They've done a good job. Cohen's going to run a sweep. Tries to beat the man to the corner and does. Gets inside the 40, head down and out of bounds in front of the Highlands bench at the 39-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup.
I've got Seth now 9 rushes, 86 yards.
2nd and 5 for Highlands. Clock winding. 1:50 to go.
Penalty marker, Mike.
On the Highlands bench. If this is a get back, they're going to mark this one off because they warned him once already. Unsportsmanlike conduct, both sides.
Well, it just tells you how chippy it's getting down.
Now you have to, they mark these on who it's on. When you get 2 of those, you have to leave. And you can't play the next week. The referee right now writing down the numbers of the players. They keep track of those. Rain coming down pretty good again. Don Girardi over there put the hood up.
Be 2nd and 4. We get back to the action here.
Referee's trying to keep control of this. No matter how long it takes. Pistol this time. Taylor, the running back. He gets it. Taylor, like a bowling ball inside the 35 and down to the Newcastle 32-yard line. Devin Sams brought him down, but that's enough for another first down. You know, they were really successful running Taylor in that first half, and they got away from it.
Yeah. 9 rushes for Cam now, 54 yards.
1.5 left of the third quarter. Quarterback draw. And Cohen is wrapped up.
Almost got through.
Spun down at the 30. Good defensive play at that time. By 51, Rocco Robinson. 2nd and 8 for the Rams. From the 30. Cohen is back, throws it to the near side. It's caught by Jocham, gets a block, 20, 15. He's down to the 11-yard line.
19-yard pickup.
Complete. President Johnson. Brought down by Page Brawl.
19 yards, first down, Highlands.
First and 10. Highlands.
And Jochum with his second catch of the night.
95 yards now for Seth.
And those are Jochum's first 2 catches of the year.
Brandon's mom is proud of him.
Call it on the keeper.
Cohen keeps it and gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all.
Mike, we mentioned campus clippings. Braden Timmons, defensive end for Robert Morris, had 7 tackles last week.
It's going to be the last play of the third quarter here at Newcastle with the score. Highlands trailing it. It's Newcastle 31 and Highlands 14. Well,
we've been waiting for it, Mike.
trivia time is A&B Pizza time. Call 724-224-5311 to order your A&B Pizza now. What do we got?
And this is certified fresh from George Gatto. I had a little discussion with him this afternoon. I mentioned that this field is the 6th toughest field.
I'm in trouble.
My hometown, North Braddock Scott, number 2, Mike, in the toughest places to play in the WPL. Of course, has been defunct since 1971. But if you remember, Braddock had that big, long winning streak there. We shared the field. North Braddock Scott and Braddock shared the same field. We played Fridays. They played Saturdays. Lots of great games there. But let's go back to the AK Valley, Mike. 58 years in a row, an AK Valley team has made the playoffs. We are in the next to last week, and no one has secured a playoff spot yet in the AK
If Freeport beats Mount Pleasant tonight, they will make the playoffs.
That's not the question.
That's not the question.
But that's part of the answer.
Okay.
What team has made the WPL playoffs the most in the AK Valley?
Okay.
For the $1 off the A&B Pizza, what team in the AK Valley has the most?
So Freeport is not the answer.
Freeport is the answer. You get the $1 off. But for that pineapple on top, how many years have they made the playoffs?
Okay, that's a good question. Here we go. Second down at the 11-yard line. Cohen back and he throws it. It's incomplete. He tried to get it to Loveland. It was off his fingertips. It's third down. Wow. I'm going to say they've made it. Well, you got to remember, you had to be undefeated. The last time we didn't have a team, I think, was 1959. Springdale went 10-0 and didn't make it because of Gardner points. How's that? So,
and we're talking about 3 and 8 teams making the playoffs
right.
this year.
I'm going to say they made it 30 times. 3rd and 10.
After this play, we'll reveal the number for the pineapple.
Cohen going to keep it on. The ball is loose. Newcastle has it at the 20-yard line. The sack by Payne Prowl. He knocked it loose, and Logan Gibson recovers.
Payne Plow has been a pain for us all evening, Mike. He's been all over the joint.
Now Highlands turns it over again. For the way, 4th time.
I'm going to have to ask Pat if they have pineapple to put on a pizza. If you ever get it right. We don't have to worry about it this week, though, because it's only 28 times. You were close. You're in the ballpark.
That was close, though.
But you still get the $1 off as Mike had Freeport. And now it's really raining hard.
Raining hard. Yep.
And we've got across the field, you'll see our buses in the background there. We got a long haul to that bus, Mike. And again, getting our luggage down the stairwell is going to be tough.
It's slippy, Dean.
Slippy indeed.
1st and 10, Newcastle. That hurts. That could pretty much be the end of it for Highlands, that one. Thomas at 2 hands on the football. Threw a hole up over the 35, the 40, and first down as he's dragged down at the 48 as Seth Cohen might have made a touchdown-saving tackle.
Tell you what, he fired through that hole, Mike. But there's a hole there.
Reminds you of Noah Gillette, doesn't he?
Yep.
28-yard pickup for Thomas, and what a night he's having. That's 140 yards for him. Now Newcastle can take their time. They want to wind the time down. 11 and a half to go, 4th quarter. They've done all they've needed to do so far here tonight.
And if I'm McKnight, the quarterback, I'm just looking at that clock. And I'm not snapping it till 5, which he does. And there he goes.
Across the 50. Highlands territory. And Booker throws him out of bounds.
Literally been hand-to-hand combat in some cases, Mike.
9-yard pickup.
By the way, if you want to look at the toughest stadiums, the 7 toughest stadiums, TribLive.com, Mike, they've done a great job this year. They've done 7s. That's like a top 10 list was top 7 list. They reveal one a day, and at the end of the week, they reveal the toughest. I know the toughest. I promised George I wouldn't tell. So you got to go to TribLive.com to find out.
They do top 7 play-by-play guys yet?
I hopefully would make that list.
Thomason hit by Timmons and spun down. Not going to get the first down, I don't think.
Like, it's a swirling wind.
It is really coming down now.
Thankfully, we're under cover.
Yeah, but our stuff's getting wet.
That wind.
And stuff is blowing out there. Just hang on, Chandler. It is a first down. They did get the one they needed.
Poor Natalie, the camera person for the team. I offered her to come under the shelter, but they said no, they want her nearby. She's on that ledge over there across the way, Mike.
Oh, great. Direct snap and
gone.
It's McKnight.
Almost.
Inside the 30, and Radishak saved the touchdown.
Down by
13 yards, another first down.
And the refs are saying, keep that clock moving.
Yeah, really. We haven't had any thunder or lightning or anything like that. This is what this is a front coming through.
Yep.
First down at the Highlands 28.
Trying to salt this one away.
Oh, and they hit it again with snap. It's loose.
Who
Rams have it again.
Time? It is.
It's Noah Gillette this time. They've snapped it into the guard's ankle again.
What a night for Noah Gillette, Mike. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery.
That's their third turnover. Highlands has turned it over 4 times.
And remember, he's had to be helped off the field twice.
$9:52 remaining. The Rams ain't dead yet. Remember, A&B Pizza, 2418 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, 724-224-5311. Tell them Mike and Mike sent you. Cohen is back. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man, Booker. He had to wait for it, and it's incomplete. Well, he's throwing it into that stiff breeze, and I got to believe that held that one up.
Yep. As for Candy, the pizza queen, Pat, the pizza king. And that was a nice defensive play by number 1, Drew Cox. Another familiar name, Mike. There's the last names up here don't change, do they?
Not really.
I got on a list. I see Cox, McKnight,
Eggleston.
Yep. Ooh, there goes my sheet. Speaking of looking at sheets, it's a bit breezy, Mike.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Again, Highlands going right into it here in this fourth quarter. Cohen fires, and down at the turf, Loveland caught it at the 36 and goes down.
Is complete to DJ Loveland.
3rd and 7.
How much did you give him on that, Mike?
3. Coming down in sheets again. I think
Whistle?
Newcastle jumped offside. It's going to make it a more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah,
5 yards on the Hurricanes. 3rd and 2 now for Highlands. The rain continues to fall and the wind continues to blow. Cohen just going to run the follow. Hits it up in there and gets the first down to the 45-yard line.
Right down by Jalen Cox.
12 attempts now, 92 yards.
1st and 10 for the Rams. At the 45. Clock winds, 8:50 to go. Trips to the left.
Into the breeze.
Cohen looks that way and throws it, and incomplete with a wind. Just knocked that straight down.
Did.
Ball is pass. Incomplete.
Hard to throw it in that, Mike. That stops the clock with 8:36 to go. Highlands trailing 31-14.
Rams looking over to the sideline for the play call. Big night for Newcastle. Things breaking their way. And winning this game and getting help at Beaver. We'll get a score on that. Taylor is wrapped up. There seemed to be a little bit of trouble with the handoff.
Yep, lost a few on that play.
Rocco Robinson and Ryan Highland.
Loss on the play of about 3. 3rd and 13.
Newcastle a little confused, and they may take a timeout.
Beaver has scored a lead 23-13 with 7:39 left in the third quarter. Again, a win by Beaver coupled with a Newcastle win here tonight makes things look very good for Newcastle going into next week with a chance to sneak in the back door.
Now, what would have to happen for them to get in, Mike?
Then, next week, they need to beat Ambridge, and Montour needs to lose to South Fayette. Those are doable.
Yeah,
kids.
that's definitely doable. Yep, things are looking good for Newcastle here.
Well, with football season in full swing, you've probably been putting off that much-needed work around the house, so why not let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations install a new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian Nee and his team of pros at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee that your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it, and in plenty of time to have that championship celebration. Customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or visit their Facebook page, Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
All right, Mike. 3rd down, 13, 8 minutes even to go. This is the season for the Golden Rams. They got to put it in here or pack it up.
Conway going to run it because you know they're going on 4th. Right up the middle across the 50 and down to the Newcastle 49. They're going to mark them down just there and bring up a 4th and 4.
I have now 13 carries, 101 yards. He's done that a few times this year. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 5.
7:35 remain.
Let's get him to jump off, Mike. Make it easy.
Wouldn't be the worst thing.
Nope, not
Cohen,
cooperating.
short drop, fires, intercepted, picked off by Drew Cox down the sideline, and he's going 55 yards for a Newcastle touchdown. The second pick six of the night. Drew Cox. There's a flag down. That's got to be probably get back against Newcastle where that one's thrown, but let's wait.
Dante Bornett is injured on the play, Mike.
Their second pick six of the night, the 5th Highlands turnover.
And he looks like he's struggling, Mike.
Touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Highlands.
Unsportsmanlike against the Rams. You just hate to see a senior pick up 2 and not be able to play next week.
No, you don't want that to happen.
56 yards. Drew Cox. And Cohen's thrown his 3rd pick of the night. Cartwright on for the extra point. It is 37-14.
Not making an excuse for Seth, Mike, but tough night to throw it.
Well, especially into this condition in this quarter when he has to throw and everybody knows it's coming. They're going to assess the penalty on the kickoff, so Cartwright will try the extra point here. Thomas in the holder, puts it down, and Cartwright's kick is good.
Cartwright's kick is definitely extra point is good. with 7:09 left to go.
38-14.
Newcastle 38.
Newcastle has the lead and on their way to winning this one. And if things remain the same up in Beaver, they've put themselves in a pretty good position to grab that 4th playoff spot from Northwest State.
By the way, Mike, up the river this week at Aliquippa, a kid named M.J. Devonshire has tied a national record with 8 punt returns for touchdowns. That's going into the night.
Wow.
2 games left.
Does he think he is Logan Christ?
Yeah, to set a national record. M.J. Devonshire makes a heck of a sandwich, too.
Turkey.
You get that little dip in there, you're all set.
So again, next week Latrobe will be in, our final home game of the year, as we've come to the 9th game of the season, and we've played 3 of them at home. Beaver has scored again at 3:21 left 3rd quarter. Beaver 33, Montour 13.
It's been a wacky conference, Mike. Good news, I see.
This is bad news for Knock, too, by the way.
Darren Hildebrand out there tonight. Mike, he thought he was injured, but he's on the kick team, so that's good news.
And he's playing defense, too.
Yes.
So if this continues, Newcastle will be minus 15, Knock minus 12, Montour minus 4. And then all those tiebreakers into effect for next week. Ball's going to go into the end zone, and the Rams will take it at the 20. All those tiebreakers will go into effect for next week. If they could get that tie, a 3-4 tie, they're looking for a 3-way tie between Montour, Knock, and Newcastle, and it would come down to points. And if they do a 3-way, if they need a coin toss, if they all tie in points and they need a coin toss, all 3 teams toss the coin. Whichever one comes out, they keep doing it till one is different. That person is kicked out and the other 2 teams go head-to-head. What their head-to-head on the field was.
Very interesting. I thought it would be the other way around. That
it used to be. They've changed that in the last 5 years.
It's like Gillette on the carry.
The last thing I had printed out had it the other way, but when I looked at it this week, that's what it was. So Gillette gets 6, we'll say, to the 26-yard line.
It's his first carry tonight, Mike.
It is. Less than 7 minutes to go. Well, the good news is the traffic will be out of here.
Yeah.
A lot of the folks have headed for home with the weather and all. Senior night here tonight. Newcastle goes to Mo Rubenstein Stadium next week to play Ambridge.
I am so glad we took the bus.
And they give us to Taylor. Legs churning, first down to the 32.
It's one thing to drive down those dark country roads when it's dry, let alone in the rain. Do you know we get 140,000 deers a year in Pennsylvania?
I believe that. That's amazing, though. That's what insurance companies live for that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mel and John.
Yes.
Taylor to the 34-yard line.
I'll never forget. It happened a few years ago when Kenny was young. He was dressed. He went for Halloween. He was dressed like that Sarah Cohen Borat. Remember Borat?
Yeah.
So Saturday night.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen. He has a suit on. He's going down 9th Street where it's real narrow. A cat jumps out in front of him. And God bless him, he swerves to miss the cat, but doesn't miss Mr. Duffy's car. And when we turned in the insurance company, John said if we could produce the corpse of the cat, it would not be held against our insurance. To which I said, he missed the cat. That was the whole idea.
That was the whole reason of swerving, was it not?
To which John said, next time, hit the cat.
Yes. 2nd down and 8. Cohen's going to throw this one, and does, and it's caught by DJ Loveland up at the 37 to maybe the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Rams.
And I've got Seth with 103 yards now unofficially.
And DJ Loveland has caught 5 tonight. 3rd down. Long 2. Cohen going to run it right up the middle, going to get a first down as he's wrapped up, as he gets to the 44-yard line of Highlands. Down there for the Hurricanes is Logan Gibson, the sophomore, but that's first down Rams.
107 yards now for Seth on the ground, 103 in the air.
4:35 to go.
So he's accounted for 210 yards of offense tonight, Mike.
Give it Taylor, and Taylor's hit hard and brought down from behind Rocco Robinson, and up top Alan Bradley. I think there may be some family.
Yeah, Rocco's a popular guy.
Close by.
Love the whistle.
Second and 9 for the Rams at the 45. Rams will fall to 2-7 with this loss. Trying to get that third win next week. And 3 straight years out of the playoffs for the first time since 1992 through 95. Taylor bowls his way across the 50. The ball is loose.
Yeah.
Newcastle says they have it, and they do. The 6th Highlands turnover as Taylor gives it up.
That ball's a little wet, Mike. 92 is last time. We had 3 years in a row.
92, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 years of Chuck DeBoer and the first year of Tim Cars. And then things turned around Tim's second year.
And again, we're going to be in this tough conference again next year, Mike. The good news, we'll have 6 at home. The bad news, it'll be the same opponents.
3:38 to go. Newcastle making some substitutions now, and they're having trouble getting their personnel correct. I think they're going to call time. This is to make sure everybody has a ride home, and let's count 11 and make sure we have 11 out there with the correct numbers.
And I think what they're trying to do, too, is make sure they're 11 seniors.
And you have 11, and they're properly numbered so they can play the proper positions to finish the game out. They don't get any flags. 3:38 left, 38-14, Newcastle.
I'm untangling my headset so I can listen to Mr. Tony on the way home.
Milwaukee leading the Dodgers 5-1 second inning. We're headed to a 7th game there, maybe.
That one, yep. I become a Brewers fan, Mike. I love how they do their pitching now.
I don't. I'm rooting for anybody that has a starting pitcher that pitches deep into the game.
Well,
like they did in the old days, like 10 years ago.
There's a term they have for them, opening closers.
Yeah,
like that.
That's great.
Oh, it's called opening outgetter.
33-13 Beaver. They go to the 4th.
Miller gets a stop. Noah Miller in the game now for the Golden Rams. Chris Dombrowski out there, some clean jerseys. And you're right, Darren Hildebrand in it. Defense also.
Nico Miller, the ball carrier.
Miller to Miller.
That's a yard pickup. 2nd and 9.
How about the other day? Guy pitched to one guy, walked him, and he yanked him.
He's starting tonight.
Miley.
Yeah, Wade Miley's starting tonight. That was the whole deal behind that. A little subterfuge by Craig Counsell. This is a big fella, 47, Charles Brown.
Dombrowski in on a tackle, along with Max Weston.
And here comes more flags.
There's already one out, Mike, so there's another one.
Brown got it across the 50 down to the 49-yard line.
There was one in the backfield. Now there comes one at the line of scrimmage. Still chippy out there, Mike.
Sure is. We'll see what this one's all about.
38-14. You would think the issue would be decided, but the combatants continue to combat.
Personal foul against Highlands. Unsportsmanlike against Highlands. Oh, the unsportsmanlike. I find it hard to believe that they don't have somebody to get 2 of them. You know? That's going to be a 30-yard penalty.
All right, that'll take us up to 80 yards total for the evening.
I have 95.
All right, go with that. I probably missed one.
2:44 to go. There's the first 15. And here's the second 15. Should take it to the 20, shouldn't it? Or just inside it by a yard? Now they're going to say the 22. 1st and 10 for Newcastle.
Got some good news for you, Mike.
What's that, Dean?
It stopped raining.
That's tremendous. Let's just have it that way till we get to the car. I'm sorry, the bus.
The bus. You hear about the lady on Frontier Airlines wanted to bring her squirrel on a plane?
Oh yeah, her what is it? The therapy squirrel.
Yeah, her therapy squirrel.
The quarterback is 31. That's Chris Hood. Takes the snap and keeps running with it. Inside the 5. And still fighting.
Where are they going to put him down at?
At the 3-yard line.
Miller on a tackle. Wrong with Kyron Long. Well, you know what Frontier Airlines is, Mike? It's people who can't afford a bus ticket. They fly Frontier Air.
Exactly. Can't afford the megabus.
And they said the biggest problem was the 82 therapy dogs who was chasing a squirrel around inside the plane.
Now, that could do it. First and goal. Cox, 31, is the running back. His sidecar, 47, is Brown. Now they're going to go with Jet and give it to Dominic Rice, the senior, trying to get him a touchdown, and they got him at the 2-yard line.
Dominic Rice on the carry.
Daniel Timmons says nothing doing, not on my watch. And that is his 6th tackle tonight.
Second and goal, 1:15 to go.
He also has a sack and a fumble recovery. Down to a minute to go here. We'll even attempt to run a play. Let's see what they want to do here.
Newcastle will remain alive going into next week. Apparently, everything's falling in their favor. Not good news for Knock tonight, and not good news for Highlands. Highlands will be out. Beaver will be in with a win. And we're going to be down to Montour, Knock, and the play clock ran out. We're going to be down to Montour, Knock, and Newcastle for the last spot. Delay a game against the Hurricanes. We'll take it back 5 to the 7-yard line. That's 70 yards for them. The clock is at 32 seconds. It continues to run.
Hey, good idea.
I'm going to take a knee here.
I think so.
Yeah, it appears that Rice is going under center, or Hood is going under center. To do that, they're going to let the play clock wind down. They need to snap it once. And that's it. And Newcastle, with a big win here tonight, a win they needed to have. They're going to knock Highlands out, and Newcastle wins it 38-14. Dean, final thoughts?
Yeah, Mike, difficult night for the Golden Rams tonight. A lot of factors came into play here this evening, and again, try to right the ship. Win on senior night against Latrobe this Friday night at Golden Rams Stadium.
Let's do it. We'll see y'all there. Thanks to Chandler Timmons outside. Once again, that final score, Newcastle 38, Highlands 14. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik. So long, everybody.